on your book, so it's called the Patriot Jihadi. When most people look at that, it kind of sounds like an oxymoron, right? So we think of a patriot, right? Everybody knows what a patriot is. And then most of us Americans that don't have an idea of, a lot of things overseas would think that jihadi is like a terrorist. Didn't that kind of contradict each other? Or
yeah. So there's a purpose. One thing I don't understand about Middle Eastern people, our language, our communication is not linear.
Okay.
Right? For example, and I'll start out with this. If I come to you and I say, and I use this in my classes, both, regardless of what I'm teaching, especially when it comes to like communication and things like that. The one thing that people have to realize is Middle Eastern language, Middle Eastern writings, Middle Eastern communication is nonlinear and it's high context. Mm-hmm. So there's always, I wouldn't say a hidden agenda, but there's a parallel meaning to it, right? That itself is how communication takes place. Even when you go to like, even religious text.
Right.
Okay. Now, if I come to you as a Caucasian American guy and I say, "Hey man, nice shoes," your response is, "Thanks, man."
Yeah.
And I'll go, "Where'd you get them at?" And you go, "Academy." And I go, "Dang, how much were they?" In your mind, you're thinking, "Oh, he's trying to get one, trying to see how much it is," right? Logic.
Right. Yeah.
One question, one answer. And you go, it was $89. I got it on sale. As a matter of fact, I have a sale right now. It's like 30% off. You can get it for like 60.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. Now, if you were Middle Eastern and the same exact questions, "Hey man, nice shoes." The first thing that goes through that Middle Eastern guy's mind is, why this guy asking about my shoes? Why he compliment my shoes? Because you don't go around complimenting people's shoes.
Right.
The only time this takes place is when you're trying to judge. Scrutinize. So commenting about someone's shoes could go two different ways. Either, "I like your shoes, you have good taste, you're rich," or, "Those are cheap ass shoes, you're nothing but a peasant." Gotcha. This is what goes through immediately.
Wow.
One of the many things that could go through. So if I ask a Middle Eastern guy, if I tell a Middle Eastern guy, "Hey man, nice shoes," he goes, "Thank you. You like?" And then you go, "Huh? You know why I asked you like?" He's confused. Are you being nice or are you trying to judge me? Because if you say, "Oh, I think they're cool," now it removes that fear that he's being judged.
I got you.
But if I say, "Well, I've never seen one like that." To me and you, I've never seen one like that. I'm just telling you, I've never seen those shoes.
Right.
To most Middle Easterners, and I'm not going to say all because it goes depending on how long they've been in the United States and how they've assimilated. A Middle Easterner may take it's like, "So you've never seen it before, so therefore you think that I'm cheap or I'm wearing something that's odd, so you're judging me."
So they read in a lot of...
It's right, exactly. Yeah. So everything has a hidden meaning to it.
Right.
So going to this Patriot Jihadi, there is a hidden meaning.
Right.
Like you said, everyone assumes that the term jihadi means terrorist because that's what you're exposed to in the Western society.
Yeah.
When you hear the word jihadi, it's always, Allahu Akbar, boom. You know what I'm saying? That's usually what, So, but the term jihad means a struggle.
A struggle.
A struggle. That by definition, it means a struggle. Now, that struggle is defined by the person who is engaged in whatever jihad they want to do.
Okay.
Right? So, let's say, for example, you have a relationship problem, right? Girlfriend, fiance, and there's a communication issue. And you're actively trying to fix that problem.
Yeah.
Right? And as if you're trying to actively fix that problem, that by definition is you're struggling to fix a problem, right? For example, somebody smokes cigarettes and they're trying to stop smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
That would be a struggle, correct?
Right.
That's a jihad.
Okay.
Because most of the time jihad is referencing someone who is having some sort of internal struggle. And it could be spiritual, it could be relationship-wise, it could be, chemical dependence, whatever the case is. That's the term jihad. As a matter of fact, a lot of people don't realize there are actually people where their first name is Jihad.
Oh, really?
Yes. And what's funny, that is not a Muslim name.
Really?
That is an Arab name.
Okay.
Because I know two people who are actually Maronite Christians from Syria, guys, first name is Jihad.
Really?
So imagine being a Christian guy, let's say somewhere in, West Texas.
Yeah.
And, you stop to get gas and the gas station guy looks at your credit card and your first name is Jihad. They look like, oh shit, it's about to blow up the gas station. While he's got a crucifix around his neck, and the guy behind the counter is like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wait, so you're not going to blow yourself up?" Because he associates with the name jihad with Allah Akbar, boom. But then he sees a cross and he's like, "Wait a minute, I'm
confused.
I'm confused." Right. So the same confusion comes into the Patriot Jihadi. Patriot has to do with being a patriot, you know, and now the term patriot has changed in the last 4 years. You know, before you say patriot, you were an American, right? Safety, America first. Now it's kind of turned into, if you're a patriot, they try to label you as an extremist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's not the patriot I'm talking about. Patriot being an American.
Right.
Jihadi being someone who is struggling to do something. Right. So the struggle, when I shifted and I went into doing private training for intelligence and law enforcement, because of the fact that the jihadi part I'm familiar with, right? My struggle, my jihad now, right? My struggle is take what I know and try to help not only law enforcement and intelligence, but it's your average Joe.